Why hello there and welcome to this video looking at the 42 project ideas that have qualified for the third 2023 LEGO Ideas Review. These are the 42 sets that managed to get 10,000 supporters between early September 2023 and the 8th of January this year. So without further ado, let's have a quick look through at all 42 ideas. So first off is Modular Heritage Museum by Anon22. This is a highly detailed modular set and is very similar to the Natural History Museum set that we got fairly recently. However, as this is a modular build, I doubt that it will be made into a set, seeing as modular sets ideas have never made it through LEGO Ideas Review. But who knows, maybe this will be the first time. Next we have The Great Temple of Abu Simbel with Secret Treasure by iPaz. This is obviously a remake of the Great Temple of Abu Simbel in Egypt near Aswan, with the 4 statues of Ramesses the Great carved into a cliffside, which was moved from its original location when a big dam was made. The set is highly detailed and I would like it to be made into a full set. However, I do have my doubts that it will be, but who knows, it might. Next we have Rolls-Royce Phantom 1, Phantom of Love by Dime X Art. This is obviously a car build and does a great job at recreating the Phantom 1 Rolls-Royce. It looks highly detailed and very accurate to this car. Will it get through? Maybe, but LEGO do quite big modular cars in their own theme with Technic. However, they have done car idea sets before, such as the Back to the Future car. So who knows, this might have a chance. Next we have Moon Palace by Lego Truman. This is obviously a palace built onto a crescent moon. It has a great amount of detail put into it and uses a lot of interesting techniques to create the scene, including the trees and the moon itself, which features a lot of snot bricks used to add detail to it. This seems to be a very big set, however, and LEGO Ideas haven't really done these sort of massively big sets before. I think the closest we've had is the Lighthouse set. So who knows, this might have some difficulty just to how big the set actually is, but as it is a very unique idea, I can see it having a chance. Next we have NASA's SLS Block 1 and 1B rockets Artemis mission by What's Up Today and Matthew Noland. So this fits into the space theme that LEGO have been recently pushing with some of their ideas and other sets that have also started coming out in other themes relating to space. The set looks pretty good, but it does remind me a lot of the recent Apollo 11 LEGO idea, and so as it's basically a repeat of an idea that's already gone through in a roundabout ways, it might not have much of a chance. Next we have Lego Anatomy by Lego Truman again. The set is half a fully built minifigure and half an exposed innards of what a person looks like on the inside, with skeleton and organs. It looks highly detailed and accurate to what one would expect to see on the inside, and is a very interesting build and definitely a unique idea that hasn't really ever been done by LEGO. It might be classed as a bit too gory for LEGO, seeing as it is the innards of a person, but who knows, maybe this will surprise me with that and get made into the set. Next we have our first set based on a movie, this being Coraline, the Pink Palace by the Big Chicken. So this is obviously a set based on the movie Coraline and the house that is in that movie. This set does a great job at recreating the palace and uses interesting techniques to create every detail of the house. This probably has a fair chance of being made into a set, but it might not, which is the way most of this is going to go. Next we have WTC Twin Towers and Vista International Hotel 1979 by Daniel ASC. So this is obviously based on the world famous Twin Towers that were in New York until they were unfortunately attacked in 2001. Purely based on this attack, I'm doubting that LEGO will make this as a set due to the connotations that this idea has and what happened to the original building. So I'm highly doubtful that this set would actually be made into a full set. But hey ho. It's a nice idea and does a nice tribute to the towers, however, probably not going to be what LEGO will go for. Next we have Good Ogel's Garden by Bricky Brick. So this is 4 plants made out of LEGO bricks, kind of like the LEGO Fauna sets that have been releasing recently, which kind of points to that this idea probably won't be made, as LEGO are already making sets in a very similar vein to this idea. However, these plants are very detailed and look very much like the plants that they are based on. But again, as LEGO are making sets similar to this already, I doubt that it will actually be made. Next we have Happier Than Ever by Frederick Free. This set is a TV showing a interior living room, and yeah, that is pretty much all I can really describe about this set. It is highly detailed, but it is rather compact on the inside, so it does feel rather cramped on the inside, and as it's only really a box with a bit of roofing on top, I'm not sure if LEGO would go for this. Next we have Siy Burger by Bricky Brick. This set looks to be a modular build, and as we've already said, modular builds are very unlikely to be made into full sets due to the modular line that already exists. However, this idea is packed full of details throughout the build, but again, the problem with it being a modular. Next we have Desktop Rock and Roll by Adwing. So this is a jukebox build, and I could see LEGO going for this sort of build, as they have been putting through ideas into sets that are sort of based on this retro sort of 1980s objects, such as the Polaroid camera that has very recently been announced. And this does feel like it would fit in very well to what LEGO ideas have been putting out. Next we have Phineas and Ferb by Greygo. So another idea that is based on an existing IP, this being the Phineas and Ferb TV show. Obviously this idea for Phineas and Ferb makes them out of bricks, as there is no costume mould for these characters yet. But if LEGO make this set, I suspect that these will be made as actual moulded heads, which could be very interesting pieces. Next we have JWST by Tony's My Uncle. So another space themed idea, but this one is much bigger and does look like it uses a lot more pieces. And again, as LEGO are doing space themed sets in other themes currently, this might push this one to be unlikely to be made area. Next we have Harry Styles Love on Tour 2023 by Sunflower Volume 33. So this is clearly a recreating of a Harry Styles concert on stage. This does very much remind me of the Taylor Swift's ideas that were in one of the last reviews that didn't get made, so this probably is unlikely to be made as well. Next we have another set that I think is going to have a very good chance at being made, this being the LEGO Microscope by Brick Science 16476. The set is obviously a microscope, and I can foresee LEGO getting very creative with how they can recreate this idea, and I can foresee them creating it so it could semi-work as an actual microscope using different picture slides and so forth. So yeah, a very good set idea in my opinion, and I think it has a fairly good chance at being made. Next we have Squilla Tree Trail by Pieces on Earth. This is a very big tree set with a little log cabin and a smaller tree as well. I personally don't really see this as getting through, as it is just really a very big tree with much smaller builds built around it. That doesn't really feel like one cohesive set idea to me. Just a load of little builds and a big tree. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Next we have Tesla Center by Airbricks95, which is obviously a Tesla Center complete with 3 Tesla cars. An interesting idea, and definitely a very unique idea as LEGO haven't really done something like this, so could have a chance. Next we have Working Canal Lock by Baron von Baron. This set is obviously a working canal and is a very detailed build. It feels very similar to the Lighthouse set, in my opinion, but obviously a lot more smaller and compacted. And obviously features a very nice working mechanism to make the lock actually raise and lower, as they do in real life. A very nice idea, possibly due to how many pieces it uses, it might not be made, but who knows? It might be made but in a much more simplistic form. Next we have Christmas Theatre by Tom79ACYA. So obviously a Christmas themed set which has literally just been and gone, but that might not go against it because by the time these sets actually get made, it might be Christmas again. This is obviously a Christmas themed idea and features a stage and a second removable stage to swap out the scenes to how you wish to show it. A very good idea and reminds me of the Muppet Theatre that we had in a recent idea review as well. Next we have Wreck-It Ralph 10th Anniversary by Vakiko. So this is obviously based on the movie Wreck-It Ralph and seems to be a recreation of the game that Wreck-It Ralph is from in that movie, which is very similar to Donkey Kong in real life. The set does look rather flat to me, but that could just be the angle it is at and could be much more detailed and so forth on the other sides, as just from this view it does look like a very simplistic and repetitive build. Next we have Stray Kids Ordinary Machine by Madam Terrific House 100 and Brick Cucumber. This feels like it is based on something, however I am not entirely sure as it doesn't really ring any bells for me. So let me know in the comments if you know what this is based on. I have a feeling it might be a music based thing again, so it might not have a chance at getting through, although LEGO Ideas have done BTS themed sets in the past, so if this is a similar sort of idea to that, it might have a chance. Next we have Rainforest Frogs by Mario Villa. This is obviously a load of frogs in a rainforest scene, which feels similar to the LEGO Insects ideas that got through very recently. So as that set has been made recently, I doubt that LEGO would go for something that feels so similar. Next we have Steve Irwin and the Majestic Crocodile by King of Crocs. So obviously this is a crocodile and a minifigure of Steve Irwin, the great nature presenter. The crocodile looks very detailed and looks to be a very interesting build. I could foresee it being made as a set. Next we have Camelot, the Knights of the Round Table. This feels again like it is based on something, possibly something that is based on the Arthurian legend of King Arthur and the Round Table and Camelot. This looks to be a very compacted build with lots of little rooms with not much space inside them, and also feels like it has a lot of pieces to it that LEGO haven't really been doing. Next we have Classic Tractor by Pez. So obviously a very technical build of a LEGO tractor, which feels more in line with the LEGO Technic theme than it does with LEGO Ideas, so it doesn't really have that going for it. Next we have Forest Base by Yang Han. This is a very complicated build of a forest base for the Forest Men from the early LEGO sets, and so as we've had a rebuild of early LEGO sets recently, I could foresee that this set probably not get made into an actual set. Next we have The Vintage Service Station by Mock Tunnel and Base Design. So this is similar to the Tesla charging service centre we saw earlier, with again 3 cars and a simple service station. An interesting idea, but I'm not really convinced that this kind of idea would be made into a set. Next we have Sea Turtle by Lego Truman. Again, this is obviously a very detailed sea turtle and feels similar to the LEGO Crocodile set that we just discussed. I could actually foresee this one being made into a set, seeing as we have been getting LEGO creatures more often in LEGO Ideas, but as we've had one fairly recently, again, I don't think it will get through this time. Next we have No Man's Sky Radiant Pillar BC1 by NASA 105. So this is based off the game No Man's Sky and features the main ship from that game series. It looks highly detailed and does look like it has a lot of posability to it. Having not played this game myself, I'm not really sure why there is a little separate build of a little tree, but that's probably some sort of reference to something that is important in this game series. Next we have Pirate Treasure Chest by Sparkos. So this is a pirate treasure chest that unfolds to reveal a little island build on the inside, like a treasure map leading to the treasure that is this chest. This is a very interesting build, I think, and I could foresee this being made into an actual set, as it does offer quite a unique idea on what to do with LEGO bricks. Next we have Queen Elizabeth II by Lego Lux 1973, so obviously a tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth II. I don't really foresee this idea being made into a full set, mainly because it doesn't really feel like something that LEGO would go for. Next we have Mechanical Flip Calendar by Saros Bricks and Pets. So this is obviously a flip calendar, so you can go through the days and months of the year, flicking through every day. This is a very boxy build, but it does feel like it would fit into something that LEGO has been doing recently. Next we have the Italian Riviera by Galaxy 333. I'm just going to say very quickly, this does not feel like it's going to be made into a set, even though it is a highly detailed build and looks very visually impressive. It just feels like it is much too big for what LEGO Ideas do. Next we have Subnautica The Aurora by OG Brick Studios, obviously based on the video game Subnautica. I haven't played this game myself, but from what I have seen of this game, this does look very accurate to this game series, and I could foresee it being made. However, there could be an issue with licensing of this set. Next we have the Pink Palace Apartment from Coraline by Lord Clemento 66749. So another Pink Palace idea, similar to the set idea that we had much earlier in this video. This is clearly the Pink Palace, and I've already really talked about it, so moving on. Next we have the Gallery of Warriors by Yang Han again. So this is clearly a warrior ship from, and I apologise if I've got this wrong, either Japanese or Chinese culture. Again, I apologise if I'm wrong with that, as I don't really know much about that part of history. But yeah, this is a highly detailed set and is a very interesting build. So yeah, quite a nice interesting set. Could be made, I think. Next we have The Simpsons The Krusty Krab by Fast Brick Studios. It's obviously a Simpsons themed idea. We've had Simpsons themed sets in the past, so will it get through? Probably not. Next we have Working Log Flume 2 Redesigned and Motorized by Baron von Baron. This is obviously a motorized log flume, similar to what you would find at a Legoland resort. It's a very interesting build and reminds me of all the other theme park sets that we have had. So could it get through? Possibly not, due to the other theme park sets that we've had in the creator theme. Next we have IKEA Store Modular by Brickster 0404. So as it says modular in its name, it is a modular set. Do modular sets get through? Nope. But who knows, they might this time. Next we have the A-Team Double Heat by Mock Canal. So this is obviously based on the movie A-Team. I could foresee this set being made, as it does feel very similar to the other LEGO Ideas sets, such as the Back to the Future car from a number of years ago. And finally, we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Here We Go Again by 2PPL. So this is the Chocolate River that is featured in the very first room that the children visit in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. This is a very colourful idea and features a lot of interesting pieces to create the iconic scene from the start of that movie. So yeah, that is all 42 project ideas that have qualified for the third 2023 LEGO Ideas review. Of these, I think most likely to get through are the Microscope or the Jukebox. Those are the two things that I think LEGO would go for, but my track record with guessing what LEGO Ideas will be made has never been very good, so I'm probably very wrong. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and thanks so much for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.